You get into your Blackboard course by logging into Blackboard. The URL is https://ysu.blackboard.com, or you can log into your YSU account and select the Blackboard link from there. When you log into Blackboard, My Institution comes up by default. Your courses will be listed on the right. We'll select mine. Click on the course link. Your course homepage will come up by default, and you can actually enter some items in here if you wish. Announcements, tasks, what to do, and so on. Your students will select Start Here. You should have done this already, where they will see a welcome message, all sorts of links to technical student support services, navigation policies, YSU policies, your basic role in the course. They'll have a link to your syllabus by selecting the syllabus link. This will be empty for you, this table. You can enter your information by clicking the double chevron, selecting Edit, and when the window comes up, slide down to the table and just type in your information, and then when you're finished, select Submit. Your students will also have access to the grading policy by selecting the grading policy link from here. There's some important terms and criteria. These are YSU criteria for the grades. You can see yours is quite extensive. Syllabus, grading policy, weekly planner, formula sheet. They are allowed to print this formula sheet out. It's 3 pages, and they can bring it to a test, but it can have no additional writing on it. There's the lab schedule. There's the final exam schedule. They should check this and make sure they know when their final exam is. Getting closer to the final exam, you will need to keep reminding them of when your final is. Here is a document on cheating and plagiarism, and a document telling them what is an A. For the lab schedule, students are permitted to go to other labs, so if they feel like they need more help or they want more time in the lab, they can go to anyone's lab in 404, and as long as they ask the instructor if there is room for them and they say that they would like to have some additional time to work, you have to let them in. Here is the link to the chapters. They should look at this. For each chapter, they don't have to click on anything. For each chapter, they will see a brief overview, the lessons and objectives for that chapter, the chapter readings, and then the deliverables for this chapter. You'll notice that there's a tutorial assignment, there's homework, and there's tests. And these are all in WebAssign, where and it also says introductions, and we'll talk about that in a minute. You'll see the link to WebAssign. This is the only way that it is linked directly to your course in Blackboard, and it is the only way that they can get into their WebAssign course, same as you. There's their link for their grades. Here are the discussions. This term, we are asking that every student, including yourself, so you should do this before tomorrow, before Wednesday, go in there and introduce yourself by creating a thread. Tell them a little bit about you, and then save it, and then they should put in their introduction as well. This is not a requirement. It is not graded, but we are asking that you tell each student that you would like them to do this, and then read it, and then everyone that does put their intro in, you should respond to them, welcoming them personally to the class. This will help them. Some of you will notice that there is an SI leader in your classroom, and so your SI leader will also be creating a thread in here as well for students to make sure that the students understand who the SI is and what the SI is going to be doing to help them. Now, Once you are in WebAssign, I would strongly suggest that to get there, you right-click on the WebAssign link and either open it in a new window or open it in a new tab. The reason for that is if you just simply click on it, you will not be able to get back into Blackboard without logging in again. So here's your WebAssign link. We will just pick the first one. Yours will only show up. You'll see that there are no assignments showing in this view, but if you select all of the assignments will show up. You can view them. You will not edit them. You will be able to reschedule them. And the rescheduling was shown in the workshop. If you were not there, please come and see me and I'll show you how to do that. Your scores can be looked at from Score View. And any other information you need, of course, was covered in that workshop. If you were not there, please see me. Going back to your Blackboard, if we are trying something new this term, if your students get 5 tries at homeworks, they get 1 try at a test which you schedule in the classroom. In fact, your students can go a little more quickly than you are going. So if they want to get the course over with sooner, they are very welcome to do that, and you would have to reschedule the tests for them. For students that take a test, if they are not happy with their grade, they would go into WebAssign, they would select View and look at their test and review it. And they would either meet with the SI leader or they would meet with you. And if they can go over their test and tell you what they believe they did wrong, ask for extra help, and try to show you that they are very interested in doing better. It is up to you whether you want to give them a second try or not. And that would how you would do that would be to reschedule the assignment, or there's a couple different ways to do that. Come and see me and I'll show you how. That's the easiest thing to do. But you can give them a second try. But again, only if they have reviewed their test and you are convinced that by taking the test again, it will help them. All right, now, how do you push your grades from WebAssign through to Blackboard, and how do you update your roster? You'll go to Control Panel, to Course Tools, go down to the WebAssign link, and you'll see 3 links here. When you select Export Roster, it will take your current roster from Blackboard and push it into your roster for WebAssign. You should do this several times a week for the first 2 weeks while add drop is going on, and then thereafter you only need to do it once a week until drop date is over, and then your roster will remain stable. So you won't have to do this anymore. This eliminates the need for you to contact me and ask me to drop students from your WebAssign. To push your grades from WebAssign through to Blackboard, you will select Import Grades. What this does is it takes the current test grades and homework grades and puts them into Blackboard Gradebook. Go into Blackboard, select Import Grades, and push those grades into your Blackboard course. One last thing that I want to mention is that if you have questions or you ever want to look for a student or a fellow faculty member to take a class for you that you are going to miss, go to your instructor's website. I sent you the link for that. If you don't have it, please look at your old emails or ask me for the link again. All of your course information is here. There's a bunch of FAQs, exam schedules, instructor schedules. What about your access codes? There's a wealth of information here for your 1501 class, including all of the documents that are in your Blackboard course. Here is a forum discussion. You can post some questions or put some things in here, and I will answer them. So always go here to the instructor's website in order to get information that you need. And then if you need to ask further questions, you can always make an appointment with me. Keep in mind that Corinne Ruby and Joanne Leckie are no longer with the university. They actually have both retired. So there is no one that you can go to right now in the MAC that will be able to help you with any of this. So you will have to contact me, and the best way to do that is via email or stop by my office to see if I'm there and make an appointment. That's it. This is all the information I have for you at this time. Make sure you're always checking your emails, responding to them when I ask you to, and good luck this term, and let's hope that we have a great one. Thank you.